People are displaced after an overnight fire in Hutchinson. Crews saw fire and smoke showing when they arrived at the apartment building. They were able to bring it under control quickly. There was moderate fire damage to 2 apartments and smoke damage to others. No one was hurt. The cause of the fire was determined to be accidental and electrical in nature. Nails and screws were seen going through aluminum siding into electrical lines at the home.